Agrippa channels Weyer. Weyer taunts me from the other side. I trusted him with my true reason for my efforts, and still he insists on me releasing Agrippa. How an enlightened man can show such lack of compassion in a seat of power disgusts me, which is ironic coming from you. I can't bring myself to part from Agrippa, as he is and has been for centuries my only link to the worlds beyond. Weyer claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but that he needs me to give him Agrippa first so he too can help. If he could guarantee success, I would happily oblige, but how might I part from him if my return might be denied? I know what they are capable of. I have seen their deception. Optimism is a most hopeless feeling, but I must retain it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, Weyer told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer, vitae, and tempter. The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer if I can find the internal gland from a large specimen. The choir seems to be a fertile grounds for this sort. I should then be able to extract its contents with the proper tools. The vitae could be extracted as usual from any agonized human victim's blood. I just need large amounts to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. Tempter, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the word with these letters looks wrong. I believe it's a property of the secretion in the water-dwelling cairn. I will have to address Weyer with this, as he will have to supply me with a host. Also, a properly prepared well should suffice to contain it. So we have the tempter and the vitae right now, because we have... we've got the blood, and that has vitae in it. We got the little water doggo slobber. In court, the Order of the Black Eagle spew their politics at each other, while I sit quietly in place, willfully forgotten. Once in a while, someone will notice me and lose themselves in a silent cower before regaining their senses. They all know I am the one and the same Alexander who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I've seen them take their fathers' places, and they too will grow old and pass away, while I remain the same, aged not by time, but by anguish. You know, I quote this game sometimes, just like in my day-to-day life. Like, I say shit that, like, is just taken from this game. Something died inside of him that day. Watching that man slip away was more than his mind was willing to handle. Like, I'll say, like, it's done. The orb is assembled. The orb is assembled. Like, I'm a lot better at it. I don't want to, like, yell or scream or something with the people in the house right now. But, it's pretty cool. When I say it, I mean. Usually it's pretty cool. Okay. You're not gonna have a flashback about that? I find it really weird how you wouldn't have a flashback about that. Oh.
15th of August, 1839. The blood wards are failing. The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions. Hurry, no time to spare. You have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh. Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel. He is evil. A cold-blooded killer. Hurry. Alexander, you must let me be. I have to concentrate. Pick the man, cut the lines, cut the flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come. Please, I didn't do anything. Pick the man, cut the lines. Pick the man, cut the lines. Please, the man cries. Now you see. I did well. One life for another. You hear me, guardian of the orb? I did all this for you. Now, once more, withdraw your shadow from my domain. Alexander, there isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly. I will do whatever it takes.
So, is this a... It seems like a combination of a flashback, but also a note that Daniel has written. Look at this. The ceremony. He is evil, a cold-blooded killer. Hurry. Alexander, you must... Like, he's just losing his mind if he actually wrote this stuff. Oh, come on. It says, please, I didn't do anything. But there's no no. I wanna see Daniel actually write that. No. Just pretending that it's Henry Bedloe, the school bully. It had gone too far. The man was suffocating as he could no longer breathe properly between the lashes. Displeased, he started to look for the Damascus rose oil. Because just finding a new person doesn't work, right?
What are my intentions, Daniel? Salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good? Are you doing the world a service? It is you who caused all this pain and death. If you had accepted your fate and submitted to the orb when you none of this would have happened. It is curiosity in league with your selfishness that is killing us both.
I think you not shutting up is killing us both. The forger stood absolutely still. The casket had been closed, but a faint light made its way inside. A myriad of spikes pointed at him, glittering as they waited for his body to slip just for a moment. His knee jerked and he felt blood trickle down his leg. In pain, his head fell slightly forward. It took him a while to realize his eye had ruptured and begun to leak. Oh, God. It freaked me out whenever I was a kid, too. Get me out of here. No. Come on. I remember a story I was gonna tell earlier, last episode. There was a history class that I was in during high school, and there came a point where we were just talking about, like just historically. The topic had come up somehow. We were talking about, like, torture devices that were commonplace, like, centuries ago, and that were used. And I made it clear to the rest of my class that I had recognized some of the torture devices from this game. Like, as a kid, I recognized them. To a point where it was a little embarrassing. Like, one of the girls in the class had actually commented on my reaction to seeing one of the torture devices. A strange moment, I think, for everybody who heard me. Who heard, like, what, a 18-year-old, like, recognize a torture device. Like, I imagine that was weird for everybody in the room, but it's still funny to think about. Another thing I think about playing this game years ago. Really sorry about the visual distortion. It's just a sanity thing. I don't think I can do anything about that. I'll try not to turn too much. Oh, there, it's fixed a little bit now. The thing about the choir is that it's the only part in the game where there is an unscripted monster encounter. So, randomly, monsters will spawn. careful not to run into the guy. Got nowhere to go. Here we go. Here we go. Bugs. No. Gross. Get off me.
The wheel is good for keeping your victims still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference or simply stretched across, tying limbs to the spokes and rim. All tools are by this point useful, and you may administer the torture in any way you like. But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
No, don't worry. The human body is much more resilient. They can survive for days until they finally succumb.
I think the scariest thing about this game is just the concept of what has to transpire within the story. Like, just acknowledging what it is that your character is a part of is just horrible in its own right. I'm recording, right? Okay, good. We'll be out of the choir before the episode's over. Just hopefully I don't have to run into any more creepy nasties. Because that would be kind of creepy and nasty. Yeah, why is this place called the Choir? Nothing very musical about it. He despawned rather quickly. Jesus. Aha! That's everything for Weyer's potion, but the traitor did not know what to think of the brass ball as he was forced to enter it. Only when the heat of fire began to scorch his skin and cook his flesh did he realize it was to be his tomb. His screams of pain echoed inside the brass chamber and traveled through the complex instrument which was the bull's head. Outside, the men could hear the brazen bull bellow. This was the one I recognized from my class. You know what I'm gonna do, actually? I'm just gonna I don't know. Gotta make sure the American government never finds out that Amnesia: The Dark Descent exists. You don't want to give them any ideas, man. Or, like, any federal government. I shouldn't just pick on the Americans. That's not really fair. Now I just need to head back. Monsters are hella blind this playthrough, and I don't know why. Here we are. Totally be able to beat the game today. Next episode actually may be the finale. Good men can safely cheer their departures. They are nothing but a burden to mankind. They shall not be missed. Rebirth? I don't know if I want to play Rebirth for the channel. I never disliked the game, but I remember this one a lot better.
Incredible. You found Weyer's recipe. Then there might still be a chance.
Shut up.
Listen carefully. Alexander is working on opening a gate, a door to another world. It's where he wants to go. If you could put your anger aside, let him open the portal before you take your revenge. Let me pass the gate then. Please, find the ingredients and prepare the tonic Weyer describes. And do so before you assemble the orb. The barrier keeping you from the Inner Sanctum will only be breached for a short time. Unless everything is taken care of before mending the orb, you won't be able to save me.
Agrippa the dying man wants a specific tonic made to save him. Well, I have all the stuff, but the laboratory's broken, so I can't get in there right now. The only thing we can do is... What are we for time? Oh. This is like... Oh, wait. It's only been 6 minutes since last I checked? I'm making really good time. Well, let's head to the Inner Sanctum and put the last... These are the last pieces of the orb. We can't make Weyer's tonic right now, so we're gonna have to just... the only thing left to do is just place the pieces of the orb. Come on. Let's slow down now. Go, 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 go. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. No. 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 Ugh. I don't get enough sleep, man. I have to put on video essays in order to sleep, probably. Hazel spent all summer in bed. I'm just like Daniel. He used to read to her after helping father with his work. In his mind, he was like Shveherzadeh, and as long as he kept telling the story, she would not die. Ugh. God. Get me out of here. What a horrible turn of events that I had no clue was going to happen, I promise you. I promise, I had no clue.
Worried. Quite frankly, I'm not sure what to do with you. I hold no grudge against you, Daniel. We are so very much the same, you and I. Did you really drink from the Amnesia mixture? It does explain so much of your behavior. You never
The thing I still have is hammer and chipper.
You talked about redemption, how you would face the orb's shadow and save our work, and me. I will grant you another chance to redeem yourself. You can wait here and stop the shadow. Thank you, friend.
Screw you, pal. I'm not gonna die for your ridiculous nonsense. Ugh. Thank you. Let's explore this strange, segregated jail cell thingy. Bug. Oh, bug it. There's a bug it. Ah! No, not Naked Man. He was my favorite superhero. Well, it's a good thing this person had a piece of paper and a pen. There's little left to say. I wrote solely to prevent myself from revisiting the memories of these last few days. If I am fortunate, I will fall asleep and time will pass without effort. I have begun to wean myself of my prison. When I first arrived, I felt like I was being buried inside a tomb, but now I feel the close walls comforting me. As long as I am in here, there is no pain. The walls protect me from the outside. I even laughed earlier as one of my wardens dropped a key down the pipes. It gave me hope for a second, thinking I could escape if only I could somehow reach it from there. In my dreams, Alexander, I am king. In my dreams, I best you and escape your clutches, and return with all the knights of the realm, carrying pistols and sabers. In my dreams. Well, your dreams aren't worth very much around here, sir. What that bucket is going to be used for is going to be good for later. No, shaky lantern. Ugh. We've had to deal with all the squishy nonsense that the shadow leaves behind, but now the shadow itself is actually here. So, ear rape. It's horrible ear rape time and stuff. The shadow loud noises. I've seen the speedrunners do this. Nope, too slow. Go, Dylan, go. I'm not a speedrunner. I'm not good enough for the game. God. Stomping around. So loud. God. When Hazel turned 15, she had lived 3 years longer than Dr. Tate had foreseen. Her parents had given up from exhaustion and decided to have her committed for permanent treatment at Canterbury Hospice, but she was still alive. She had embraced him and wished him a grand adventure in Algeria. Hazel is Daniel's sister, by the way. As a kid, I used to wonder if we would play as Hazel like in an Amnesia sequel. That'd be nice. But her being alive isn't necessarily canon. That didn't do anything, by the way. I just wanted to get rid of the bucket. The bucket is used as like a second way of getting the key out of the pipes. Oh, no, not a piece of paper. My only weakness. Alexander became silent. He didn't know what to say. He could no longer recognize his friend sitting across the carriage.
18th of August, 1839. Tonight, we will unlock the power of the orb and ultimately banish the shadow hunting me. I feel it closing in on me and I fear for my life more than ever. Just outside Goldstadt lies a small settlement where Zimmerman, a dairy farmer, lives with his wife and 3 children.
Look at these outside assets. I just wish I could be out here for real.
We took the coach and went there. Our visit was unexpected, and Alexander was able to strike Zimmerman down without alerting the company.
Like, how do you do this to a random person?
Care of the farmhands, I began to look for the children.
Like, yeah, Daniel is not a good
We should
person.
have more than enough prisoners to finish the ritual now.
Oh gosh. It's crazy. The crying had stopped and he could hear a whisper coming from the cell. They were up to something and he would have to punish them. Yeah. Alexander, I would say, is evil because he's following the rules beholden to an evil world. Daniel is, like, arguably evil because he doesn't protest. doesn't protest against against Alexander's rules, so neither of them are good men. And Daniel is no better a man because he forgot what he did. That's not redemption. It's certainly no excuse. Run, dude, run. Move those legs. Why are you still tired? It's like the beginning of the game all over again. Go, 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 go. Ugh. Hurry the freaking heck up. Ouch. There we go. Now the lab's open. We can work on squishing some stuff. Namely, we're going to be squishing this stuff into, well, first we gotta cook the vitae. I don't know where that pipe is even connected to anything. I think it's just magic. Wouldn't be surprised. Also, Daniel, that would burn your fingers, what I just watched you do. Squish. Gotta squish the thing, everybody. Yeah. Squish the power. So, just to be clear, this is the same jar that Daniel filled with acid. Excuse me, filled with acid. And then... That's a fire hazard. And then filled with oil. And then he's filling it with, like, random stuff. And he didn't clean it properly after either of those times. So he is presumably about to feed this to Agrippa.
The castle trembled, and I could hear the
How are you still alive, man?
The laboratory might be accessible now.
Yeah, I just came from there. How are you alive, man? Also, how am I feeding this to you?
Off with the head. And then, whatever happens, get me through that gate.
Well, if you stop being a dick, then maybe I will. Freaking gosh darn asshat. Ugh. So, this grate is here just in case you missed the opportunity. There's like a chance...
By me? I'm the next best thing. Alexander really wanted none other than Johann Weyer. You never heard of Johann Weyer? My God, boy. He's probably the greatest man in history. And you don't know him? Or is it the world has forgotten him?
Oh, wait. I need to do something with your head, sir. Yeah, that I would gain sanity from that, wouldn't I? Oh, I just deleted the door. Go, go, go! Ugh. If it wasn't for Alexander, he would still be innocent and be able to die so. No, we're too close. I'm gonna beat Amnesia the Dark Descent today. Right now. For you.
Shouldn't trust him.
Hey, you. Over there. Stop being squishy for 5 seconds. I command it. Oh, yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. That well, the reason that there's a cairn, or the water monster, is down there, is so that you have a second chance if you haven't already. If you just have the meat on you, but you didn't use the well, you have a second chance to just get the tempter there.
10th of August, 1839. I cannot believe what I have become. One of the girls escaped and I chased after her all the way upstairs. I hunted her down, and what is a life worth? How many lives can I take before I surrender my own? Sure, I would kill a murderer to save an innocent, but to kill an innocent to save myself? A cold-blooded murderer.
Yeah, little late, sir. You're not gonna bring that woman back, but like, you know what? I'm starting to think that I may not be the good person here. Well, how about this? Ugh. Come here. Ugh. There we go. Kind of hurt a little bit. All the way full circle. We got full health, and we got full sanity back too. Just leave already, man. That's kind of the problem with a game like this, and not the bunker, is that being cornered like this, I'm just forced to just sit here and wait for it to leave. In the bunker, I can, like, viably take a risk, because I have the pressure of, like, the generator fuel to pressure me into taking that risk. I also have a gun to defend myself. I have grenades to defend myself. And if I'm not hurt, Henri moves pretty damn fast. Did you take a right or a left? Ouch, that's... Shit, he's over here. God. Where is he, though? Okay. I don't want any squishy shadowness touching my little tootsies, my little footsies. Here we go. Oh, God. He had turned angry. It was easy to take her insolence and make her the villain in the story, but she didn't deserve to die. Even he could see that. That's not gonna hold it for long. Ouch. This stuff, like the little last ritual part that I have to do down here, absolutely annihilates your sanity.
19th of August, 1839. It's not fair. I'm not to blame.
No,
I've been
you are.
manipulated by that demon. He played my guilty conscience and duped me into facing the shadow alone. That vile, conspiring man. He expects me to meet my death as he steals power beyond imagination? Alexander, I will kill you for what you have done. If only the shadow had caught me in London or Algeria, I wouldn't have to suffer this humiliation. You made me a murderer. A monster. And now, I merely await my death. I am too weak to press on. I can hardly stand as my knees fail me. I cannot see as my eyes are dressed in tears. I am as broken as the men I've tortured. If only I could wipe my fear away, as we did with them.
Because you would need to forget, because it's kind of telling that Daniel could only find the strength to justifiably, in his own mind, kill Alexander if he forgot his own wrongdoing. No. So me falling down like this is what happens when your sanity goes all the way down. That's it. Daniel falls over, and then his insanity gets reset to level 3. Which is just the orange level. Like, it's just... Ow. Shit. Leave me alone. Ow. God. There. Alexander saw that the evening had taken a toll on his friend's mind and barred him from the Inner Sanctum. He could no longer be trusted to be a part of the ritual. You never wanted Daniel to be a part of the ritual. You're just two evil dudes.
I was wondering if you were going to show up. I see Agrippa convinced you to run some errands. Tell me, is everything nice and clear now? Am I the villain? Good and evil.
You're a villain.
Such comforting concepts, but hardly applicable. Are you so blind that you see no good in me or evil in Agrippa?
So I could just topple these down. And take revenge on Alexander like Daniel had wanted.
Don't do that. I realize you doubt my intentions. Why would I take such extreme measures to save your life? Maybe I'm saving mine too. Stop it. You are ruining it. We are so close, I beg you. I'm just like you, Daniel, a prisoner of circumstance, trapped in a world I no longer recognize. As you gain your freedom, will you deny me mine? We are so close, closer than I've been for centuries. Do you see it? A whole other world. Isn't it beautiful? I can finally return home.
Too bad. I don't care how tainted I am. Go, head. Go. Go. Yes. Head. Go. I feel like I'm playing God of War. Well, Daniel died too.
There he is. Do you see him, Weyer? He deserves so much more. Please, help him. I know you can. Don't worry, Daniel. It will be all right.
And there we go. Oh boy. Original games 2018 are Thomas Grip, Marcus Johansson, Luis A. Rodero Morales, Mark Nikander, Rasmus Gunnarsson, Aaron Clifford, Peter Wester, Patrick Dekla, Frederick Olsen, David Satzinger, Max Lidbeck, Gregor Peniche, Alex Camilleri, Edvin Jacobson, Kira Katve Varatko. Oh, what a fantastic game, still to this day. I think the bunker is just the better concept. The Dark Descent, for the most part, is a walking simulator more than it is a horror game, just with an inventory system. But yeah, it's always good to play this game. I guess I expected it to be more impactful or nostalgic, but you know, I already knew how good this game was. In storytelling, the story really is like the best part about this game. If we're talking like gameplay, the bunker is superior, but it's shorter, so it's tough. It's tough to acknowledge that trade-off. Voice talent, here we go. Richard Topping as Daniel. That must mean that there's a Richard Bottoming somewhere, right? Sam Mowry as Alexander, Bill Corkery as Agrippa, Eric Newsom as Herbert, Lanny Manella as Girl Ant Mother, Mark Biaggi as Innocent Man, Dave Rivas as Man and Morgue, Dan Zulo as Wilhelm and Things. Or Thugs. Anyway. Oh, thank you so very much for watching. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have that much to say. I just kind of, this is a game that I liked, and it was one that I wanted to play for you. So, I hope you, if you saw the bunker and only the bunker, then you have an understanding, a little bit better of an understanding where this franchise came from. You see the beginning of it, and you can look at the, so far, what is the end of it in the bunker. There are other Amnesia games. There's Justine, which is like a standalone DLC that I have here. There's Amnesia 2, which is Machine for Pigs. I quite like the story of that one. I like how it's like directed, but I only ever played it like one time, and then I like had to play it a lot more just to platinum this collection on the PlayStation. But I'll leave it there. Thank you again so much for watching. As always, I hope you enjoyed this at least a fraction of the amount that I enjoyed this, because I always enjoy playing these games. But I'll see you next time, wherever I see you.